Hey guys, GH, welcome to Practice Tee. And guys, I'm still fighting that terrible flu, so I'm a bit under the weather today. Amazing, I've had it for about 2 weeks and I just can't shake it. Okay, carrying on, some more on Davinci. Now guys, bear in mind that a few guys are tending to confuse this with the with C motion, Lee Como's swing, and it's not Lee Como's swing. I don't confess to know how Lee Como's swing works yet. We haven't had our hookup face to face yet, but he's been liaising with me and he's given me some good information, but I don't want to misrepresent it or say, oh, this is what Lee does or what I think Lee does, because I don't know what Lee does. So this is basically just Davinci code with hopefully down the track that we can incorporate some of Lee's great stuff. And it is great stuff. I have super regard for it. I think he's the most unique swinger I've ever seen. Lee Como, no question. Never seen anyone swing like that. Okay guys, a couple of things. Now, with Davinci, we're here and we're going to fire this quadrant here at the ball. Here. The only thing that gets the club back to the ball is the firing of the pivot. We don't want to detach our arm and get it back there like that. Now, a couple of people have said when they try that they come over the ball. Now you'll only come over the ball if you take all this, if you move out to the ball. But if you've set up an address and this is your measurement to the ball with the golf club and you've got your arm in here, you don't have to move out to it. You've just got to stay here. Now, in moving out this whole top half, out by way of the pivot, out to the ball, you've got to counterbalance that with the lower half. So as you push that out, you have to resist. As I'm pushing this out, I've got to resist with this. Because if you push that out and you take this, you will come over the ball. You will come over it if you do that. So you can't do that, guys. You've got to resist here. Once we've measured out, it's basically this is going this way while this is going that way. Here, that's the feeling. Don't push that out and then get this tippy-toppy type feeling. You don't want that. That's the worst thing you can get, because that will get you over the top of the ball. And we don't want to get that. So that was one thing that I wanted to clear up. So we'll just go through that again. We're here. Only way we can get the club back to the ball is to fire the pivot here, with this connection still here. But we don't want to fire it past its center line of balance, because as soon as you go forward like that, you'll get outside and you will hit the ball from outside. And remember guys, you can fire that as hard as you like. You won't come over the ball because the ball's gone. It's gone. If this is where we are at address and we're perfectly behind the ball and we go to here and we just bring that shoulder back to there, that's right on the ball. The ball's already gone. You just worry about it, guys. Now the other thing that I've been working on in Davinci, in terms of getting increased power and getting consistency of strike, is letting the club head go. Imagine this. Imagine as a thought that this handle never goes forward, ever, in your downswing. It actually maintains a station or it moves this way. Now you think about that. If this is the club coming down and I move this forward, then this can't have a sort of radial accelerative around a fixed fulcrum. Now there's hardly a fixed fulcrum in a golf swing, because most of the time we move sideways here. But if we didn't, if we just came down here like that, and then we let the club do that, which is what I call a cultivated throwaway. A bit like Mike Austin has a thought. The way those guys wanted to get the club head. Count Yogi. How they want the club. Lee Como. Lee sent me an email, and he had a baseball bat, and he was showing me he had the baseball bat. And he was talking about the knob and the handle. He said, I want the knob this way. I don't want the knob doing that on the end of the bat. So which means, and he was doing this while he was talking. Now I don't know if I've misunderstood that or misinterpreted it. But guys, I've got to tell you, when I do that as a process, man, the club really gets some speed. And from a description of it, from a mechanical description and dynamic description, it's the same principle as those old catapults, the trebuchets that they used in medieval times. You know, they had the big catapult with the big wooden thing, they wound it up and they had the rope on it, and they used to fire the rocks, and the big catapult would come up here, and then the catapult would stop here, and the rope would keep going, and it would throw the rock away. Go, whoosh, and it would just go, and that's a trebuchet. Went from here to there, and the rope, and then through the... Now that's what I'm thinking here, guys. I'm coming in here, the handle's stopping, and the rock is still going. In this case, the rock is our club head. I've got to tell you, I hit some shots in the last couple of days that were just amazing. Speed off the face. We were hitting some shots here yesterday down towards the fence down there. We normally hit, 5-iron or 4-iron to that fence down there, and there was a little bit of wind behind us. We were hitting 7-irons, and they were like bouncing 10 yards before the fence, and the speed was just amazing. Guys, if you look at Lee Como and you look at his friend Tom Ross, when Tom sets up, he sets up like this. He's got a bent lead arm and a straight trail arm, and the club's in line with that trail arm. Now I think he's doing that because he wants to be there in that configuration when he hits it, and Lee does that a lot. If you look at Lee actually sets up, I think, like this. There's none of this, it's more like this. So that hand can whip that club head past. So guys, think about a trebuchet, or the handle coming in here and stopping. And I was hitting some drives yesterday, and we were tuning the new Strixon drivers. We've both got a couple of those, and man. And what I have been incorporating, guys, which might be a bridge too far for a lot of you, is the process that Tom Ross and Lee Como use, and that they hit the golf ball on the outside, and they hit it on the inside, they hit it on the outside. It's a polishing action. Now I've always done that my whole life with my chips and pitch shots, little shots. I've done that my whole life. Never done it with long shots. But when I saw Tom Ross talking about it, I tried it, and boy, and for a driver it's an entirely different process. I mean, the ball flight's so different. It's almost like a rifling effect when you hit it. It's just different. And guys, you would think that hitting the ball on the outside, you're going to hit it left. You don't. You can't hook it. You can't hook the ball if you hit it on the outside. You can't hook the ball. The only way a hook is, something that starts right and comes left. Well, how can the ball start right if you're hitting it on the outside? Can never. It's just technically impossible to hook the ball. You might drag it if you roll your shoulders, but if you're hitting it with square shoulders and you're hitting it on the outside, you can't hook the ball. You can eliminate a hook. Now that's hard for people to understand, but if you understand the mechanics of it, it's absolutely mechanically sound. And Tom Ross does it, and if you have a look at that tape, the video on YouTube with Tom explaining to Lee what he does. And of course, what they say, guys, or what Tom says, is he tries to put the sweet spot of the golf club on that piece of golf ball, on the outside. He's trying to put the sweet spot of the golf club on that outside quadrant of the golf ball. Now that could be a bridge too far, but I tell you guys, I'm doing it, and the impact I'm getting is just extraordinary. Now that was just an aside, but today is basically here, and I want to make my fold much, and I notice in the videos, because I've always been an extender, always, and I've always had the straightest arm in the West, left arm in the West, but I don't want to do that. I want to soften all that up, because in the Davinci Code swing, it's basically a bicep curl. It's very much C motion bicep curl. And of course the thing I like about Lee Camo's swing is that he just does that, and he gets the club pointing here. If I could get it there, I'd be 30 yards longer, maybe 40 yards longer, because I never get the club past here. But if I can get it pointing here, my download would be extraordinary. So today, guys, just remember, you can't come over the ball. If you counterbalance, as we're coming into it here, come in here, and this is counterbalancing. If you're measured out here at address, all you want to do is get your shoulders back there. How do you do it? You just fire that quadrant, and don't worry about coming up over the ball. The ball's gone. Ball's gone. And the only way you will come over it, if you're pulling it left, is you're letting this move forward. This, it's pushing you out over. But guys, today I want to soften I want to get the bicep curl much more acute on the backswing here. I am hitting the ball on the outside. Whether you can do that yourself, it's up to you, but I am hitting it on the outside. And I'm very much doing this, guys, the trebuchet here. I'm actually trying to throw it away. I'm trying to keep this here. That's what I want to feel in the golf swing. It never goes sideways. It gets here, and then the only thing that goes that way is the club head. Now you see that with Lee. Lee's doing that all the time when he's talking. He's doing this. And the handle's not moving. He's not doing that. He's doing this. This. But that's the trebuchet action that I want to put in the Davinci Code, because I think that's how you get the speed. Guys, I'm as weak as a kitten today. I feel so ill. Got no energy. So we'll just hit a couple. And it's about so hot and steamy. God, you're a wuss, JH. Okay, so we're going to let it go here, and have that soft. Oh, that's nice. Ooh. Little golf swing, quite a no energy golf swing. Get this going. Oh, that's so good, guys. That is just fantastic. One of the guys from England was saying, or Great Britain, was saying he's doing the Davinci, but he's got no height. Well, guys, you will hit it lower, no question. Particularly if you start to release it like I'm doing. I'm hitting it probably a club lower, but boy, it's good flight, and it stays in the air. That's the thing I like. So we're going to stop the club here, and we're going to trebuchet. Gee, that's a good shot for me. I just love the flight. Absolutely super shot. They're exactly the same shot, guys. 2-yard draw every shot. And I really feel I'm doing this. Now I've always had, I'm not one to hold it and lag it. I've never done that because I want to be wide on my downswing. Now you watch Lee's very late. Lee's late here, but he doesn't feel that in his golf swing. He feels like he's really getting that club head going early. But because this leads so well, and the other thing with C motion, guys, which is not part of Davinci, but something you could put in, is Lee's amazing setup of his left leg. Sets it there, coils around it, and he tries to keep that knee outside the left foot, and he gets that by rolling it very hard on the ankle. But boy, when you get it, wow! And you watch him, he's got the most amazing ankle action. Got to really release that club. Gee, that's a good shot. It's so long for me. This is 5-iron, but that's 4-iron every day of the week. And I just feel like I'm throwing it away, guys. Trying to get the club head past my hands and the handle not moving. I don't want the handle going forward like that. That could be the best shot I've hit since I've been on Davinci. That is so good. Just hit a couple this way, guys. It's hazy today, you may not be able to see this flight, but it's just perfect. Ball flight's perfect. As you can see, guys, it's a pretty laconic type golf swing. See, that's a good shot. Ooh, wow. Feels very wussy. And I haven't got that amazing acceleration that Lee's got, but Davinci Code is not about that, but I want to incorporate, with Lee's help, some of his amazing acceleration. Also, we can put a bit more in this. Now, to get more in it, guys, what am I going to do? I'm going to keep that handle more here. Going to try and point the handle this way, which will really get that head moving. The more I point the handle this way, more to go. People say, oh, you're throwing it away, JH. Well, I'm not. Tell Lee Como he's throwing it away, because he does that. He really releases it. Perfect, that. All right, we'll really do the Davinci Code with the trebuchet and really move it. It's just unbelievably good. Had a few of the buddies here yesterday, and we were just sort of having a jam session, hitting some balls, and I had a purple patch for about 30 minutes, and they were just unbelievable. They were just fantastic. I really loved them. Just couldn't, every shot was the same. It was precisely the same. I don't feel like I miss a shot, guys. Now I'm getting a bit of impact. Now, guys, I'm throwing what I think is throwing it away. Hear that contact? I mean, that's really compressed. But it's not this type of compression. It's not shaft lean compression. It's probably straight up and down. But that's really compressed. Only got to hear that to know how good it is. They're dead flush centre, guys. And I feel like I'm doing this. This is stopping. This is a good key thought, guys. Think of this. Think that as we come in, this never goes here. You get here, just fire your arm like that. It's weird. But I tell you what, you can generate some mumbo with the driver. Well, I mean, I never generate any mumbo, more dumbo than mumbo. But I tell you what, I really get it going with the throwaway. What I think is throwaway. Guys, that's as good as JH has ever hit the ball, ever, his life, ever. Now, if I can get my swing back longer, that was downtown for JH, and if I can get it back further, it's going to cross the state line. But you hear the contact, that's just perfect contact. Beautiful. Of course, I got this going. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. Now guys, what you've got to do in this golf swing is you have to feel that starting down it's all a push action. There's no pull in this golf swing. I don't feel the lead side do anything in this golf swing. Not in the backswing or anything. Pull it back and I push it down. I don't feel the lead side does anything. It completely takes it out of my thinking. It's just so perfectly straight. And that's hitting the ball on the outside, guys. You see that? See, they're drivers, guys, with the precision of wedges. And they're sitting on the outside of the golf ball. It's this. This is what it feels like. It feels like I'm polishing it. Polishing action. This is stopping. Now you would think if you throw it away hard, you hit it left. I'm going to throw this away. Maximum trebuchet or throwaway. This is full on here. Comes off like a bullet. And that, guys, feels like I'm trying to throw the head off the golf club. That's what I feel like. Like I'm trying to throw the head off the golf club. I'll see if I can. That's a bullet. Absolute bullet. Okay, something that you might want to work on. I mean, this is not any explanation of sea motion, but just what I see in Lee's action, and you might learn it with a wedge. He does a video, and get on YouTube and have a look. He does something in his backyard with no shoes on. He shows you his ankle action. It's amazing. Just get a wedge, lean left here, and just roll that ankle. See that? If you can get your shoe up, the sole of your shoe pointing off the ground so you can see it, you've rolled it. It's fantastic. Look at that. That's just such a... See, that's a little golf swing, guys. That's gone normal wedge distance. That's about 120. And it's a tiny little wedge swing. But because I've got so much loading on it, and I've got so much of this, look at this, guys, look. Those 3 golf balls are exactly together. Okay guys, I'm really feeling a bit poorly. That's just a little bit of an update today. And I don't want to overlap onto sea motion, because I don't want to do it any justice, because I don't know anything about it. But I'm just, they're just observations and stuff that I see with Lee. But we'll talk in the next few days, and we'll have a really good conversation. So, okay guys, yeah, have a look at that. And we'll do some more tomorrow.